matter what you do, don't forget LAU.
Hello and welcome everyone to the first broadcast ever at LAU campus. So we are the Broadcasting Club. This is your host for the day. This is Osama Shamout, and this is
I'm Mariam Sidini. Hi, how are you?
we're figuring things out for this broadcast. So
Technical issues, I guess.
this is our first one, and we're so proud of all the team who has made this possible. There is Anas behind me, actually in front of me. Who's,
Behind the camera. Yeah.
And Lazo from Beirut Campus, Heidi Jaza, and all the members who have made this possible. So let's us begin with the first thing on the agenda, which is Miriam, that is going to talk about the club. So our club is about having three main pillars of it. The first one is to create digital online media from the LAU campus. This is a necessity as we see that we kind of lack the student engagement and journalism part to produce actual content that speaks to the campus and talks about campus events.
Yes, we found it very necessary to form this club because, first of all, LAU is a university, and I can't think of any other university that doesn't have a broadcasting club. So having this club would just make everyone excited about, first of all, the art form of broadcasting. Second of all, of like hearing LAU news and hearing about Lebanese news, university news from a new platform, which is relatively not new, but it's relatively new Amena for LAU. We're a very, very big team. We're expanding and we want more people to join, and we want this club to be, we want people to know about this club. We want more people to tune in to this broadcast, and we're very excited to broadcast. We're very excited to talk to you on camera. So yeah.
So we want our objectives to be about shedding light to raising awareness to campus issues, and to also kind of give analysis, recommendations, opinions. We're going to have some talks with student council members, doctors, faculty members, and all kind of content that you might be thinking about. So for today, we're going to have Dr. Gretchen, World Cup section, international students. So hopefully it's going to be some fun content for all of you. So for now, we're done for our section. Next up is our friend Anas Al-Bakri.
Yes, Anas is gonna do a very cute segment about cute segment about football. We're gonna like see the news from the World Cup. We're gonna see some opinions. We're gonna hear some opinions about football with the World Cup. How is it affecting LAU culture? And next, we're gonna, I think, hear more opinions from international students about the culture of LAU. We're gonna have a very special guest speaker who's an international student here at LAU to share with us their experiences, their intake, their insight from a person who's international in LAU. What else do we have for today?
Also, we have a very special guest, also Dr. Jennifer, who she's going to talk about the campus survey. It's really essential for the campus to have the respondents actually to answer this survey. I know it looks a bit weird, but how I said it, but it's actually essential, and we've been trying to advocate for it because it helps the university to address issues. And again, this is the whole point. We're trying to raise awareness, get you to see some things, and hear some opinions. And about the international students, actually, like a lot of students at LAU come from various backgrounds and countries, and it's a nice chance for everyone, Lebanese or non-Lebanese, to actually see and interact with students on campus. So let's get to the second section.
Prohibited to broadcast the World Cup.
Yeah,
But it's fine.
it was kind of a student initiative, and
It's fine.
it was fun in the beginning, but then
Yeah.
regulations,
Yeah.
students having exams. mixed
Actually, it
classes.
makes sense with the copyrights and all the agreements that LAU has, and to keep it as an academic standard. Also, not only this involves LAU as the campus, we have seen in the residence halls, Santana residence specifically, they have added a new big screen TV to broadcast the football game, and which helped build a community. And it was really, really nice. I'm not a
Definitely.
football fan, but when I see how people interacting all together just to support a football game, I feel belonged. I like it. Yeah.
Definitely, it has definitely created a lot of vibes inside the residence here and also in Jibel in the dorms, dorm B. specifically, they're watching the games every day. A lot of excitement going on. It might a bit, overload with their finals and studies, but
Yeah.
it's always good to have a good break. And football, brings everyone together, especially when it's the World Cup. Uh, so now we're gonna be moving to the next segment, and presenting to us is
Before we move, I would like to thank both the residence halls in Beirut, Dr. Mr. Ara and Mrs. Micheline, for having this initiative. Give me a clap. I would I would also like to thank Miss Susie and Miss Amal and Miss Hisham in Beirut
all the
for
employees.
keeping such an environment. This has been my second year at LIU in residence halls, and it feels like home.
Nice.
It's the first time I say it, but it does. And I would also like to thank everyone who is watching this broadcast now. You're making our work count. And uh, I will give you the mic now, Anas.
Yeah, we have to also give special thanks to Dr. Gretchen, our advisor for the club. It was an amazing job. And now we go to the next section,
What's
next
the
segment
next
where we talk
segment?
about the finals.
Yeah, let's go.
How the students are preparing for the finals.
Finals.
Most important period of the semester. I mean, for me, I'm a senior now, a computer science student. I've been in Biblos, I've been in Beirut campuses, and it's been like a huge journey. So I kind of have some tips and advices, and the same thing goes for Hedi, because he's also a math major.
Yeah.
So you could start.
So I will pitch in and explain to you guys how I and girls and everyone and everyone in between, how it's been going on with me revising for finals as someone who's taking 18 credits as a math major. So basically, I and then, if you feel like me, sometimes overwhelmed, the office hours of LAU doctors are always available and you can pass by any time. This trick is crucial in knowing and understanding what your final is going to be about. I don't usually practice it because I don't have enough time, but I advise everyone to do it. Other than this, I would suggest you to take some time off before the finals to rewind and feel a bit at rest. And I would also suggest you joining one of the LAU events that are happening the week before the finals. As an event and as the president of the North Africa Cultural Club, I would advise you to pass by Monday, Upper Gate, LAU Beirut Campus, and join us in a celebration, a small celebration. I'm going to be introducing the club, their objectives, and introducing the culture in general. We hope you like it. And stay tuned. So we are expecting you also on Monday to pass by Upper Gate from 10 till 2 p.m.
Okay. For me, my experience we diverse, is that sometimes you can get like really, really anxious before the exam comes in, and like you haven't studied anything. I think just at least open the book and don't do anything. Just kind of put it in your face and stare at it for like a couple of minutes, and then maybe even half an hour. For me, it takes sometimes an hour not doing anything, but because you get fatigued at one point, you just read the first page. After you read the first page, it just gets easier and easier and easier. Maybe you will not even finish the whole chapter, but at least you have progressed through something. Personally, I've been affected by this a lot. I procrastinate a lot, and it has affected my grades, it's affected my mental health, and all of that. So definitely, always try to just do one small step. No matter how small it is.
Nice, very good advice, actually. And as a computer scientist, I hope it benefits the how many computer science students we have at LAU.
Yeah.
It benefits them, hopefully. I would also like to encourage you to follow our YouTube and Instagram, YouTube channel, our Instagram page at LAU Live Broadcast on Instagram and LAU Pulse on YouTube. On YouTube.
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Lebanese American University. LA Broadcasting.
And if by any chance you're watching this and you're at the LAU Beirut campus, you can pass by Aqsa lobby,
We would
and
love to have your
we'd love to
contact.
have you. We'll have a few more segments.
Yes. Now we're gonna go to the international student segment with Anas and his guest. So let's see you in a couple of seconds, actually.
Okay, so welcoming you back to the international segment. We're here talking about the international community in LAU. So, would you introduce us to and introduce yourself to the audience watching?
Yeah, definitely. My name is Skulte. I'm from Denmark. I'm here studying. My major is psychology. I'm taking some courses in sociology and philosophy.
So, when did you come to Lebanon?
I arrived late in the summer, like the end of August, I think, when it was still warm.
Yeah, and from what I heard, it's just one exchange semester here that you're doing in LAU.
Yeah, just one. I might try and extend it, but just one.
So this might have been a lot of hectic experience for you to reveal and like unveil all of these experiences in Lebanon in such a short term notice. You know, just one semester, you want to learn as much as you want about LAU, about Lebanon. So how has it been so far?
Yeah, it's been really good, honestly. I've enjoyed it a lot. It has been a bit hectic. I think there's a lot of cultural differences that you have to get used to. But for the most part, I feel like people have been very welcoming and like accommodating of international students. So it's been really good, honestly.
I can agree with you on that. Being an international student myself, who has been here for 2.5 years, I really enjoy the country and the people of Lebanon. So, would you tell me what is the most thing that you've been enjoying so far here in Lebanon and in LAU?
Oh, in general, I think I'll have to say the food has been amazing. At LAU, I really just enjoy that the campus is quite small and people are like engaged with each other in that sense. So you get to meet a bunch of people and say hi to people in the hallway, stuff like that. It's a very social campus compared to what I'm used to.
Yeah, definitely. Are we like? Is it a strong statement to say that you're gonna miss this place anytime soon?
No, it's not a strong statement. Definitely, I'm gonna miss it. Yeah.
Great. And speaking of academics, how do you find LAU treating you so far with courses? Are you like enjoying the classes? Are you enjoying, the university life here?
Yeah, definitely. I'm enjoying the courses a lot. I don't know if the administration of LAU will be listening, but I'll say this much that I think the courses in itself has been great. Maybe some of the stuff around it is a bit challenging for foreigners coming here, or at least for me.
Yeah.
But I think like the level of education being taught here at LAU has been quite surprising and very nice so far.
So overall, you've been enjoying the experience. Maybe you have some notes to the administration to make some, more stuff clear. But overall, everything has been going well.
Yeah, definitely. Everything's been really good so far.
Great. Well, it was a pleasure having you here today, and I'm really happy that you're enjoying your experience thus far here.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you for being here.
Of course, man. Of course.
Now, for the final segment, actually, of this podcast, we'll be having Dr. Skulte discussing the climate survey.
Okay, hello and welcome back to the live broadcast, the first episode, the pilot. And today we have our guest speaker, Dr. Jennifer Skulte, and she's going to introduce us about some gender survey, and maybe we're gonna also discuss this topic on campus and the relevant information that concerns with Title IX and the Title IX office. So welcome, Dr. Jennifer, on this very first special episode.
Hey, thank you. I feel very honored that you invited me on. Thank you, Asama. Maybe I'll just briefly say that I wanted to talk about the gender equality plan that we've started. It's the first ever in Lebanon, definitely first for LAU. And what it seeks to do is to see how well LAU is actually living up to its goals of being a gender equal place. We think we do pretty well, but we really want to know. We want to have evidence, and there, from that evidence, then we can figure out how can we do better.
So far, what type of data do you have concerning the campus? Maybe about like general information we can know about the status right now that the university compared to other institutions, maybe across the country or across the region?
Well, we have some good data in the sense that we have more female students than male students, but that's kind of the trend around the world. We probably have more female employees than male. But then once you look at that, you realize that the female employees, staff members, are located really at the bottom of the power pyramid. And as you get further and further up, that's where it's more and more male. If talents are distributed equally, you would expect men and women to be all over at different levels at the university, but that's not what we're seeing. And so we want to get at better, why is that? Do people choose different jobs? Do they get promoted differently, et cetera? And we definitely want to do this because for students, our students are equally performing well, or all genders are performing well. So we want to make sure that the institution actually reflects our best strength, which is our students.
So I just want to also talk about the survey. Some student might have some hesitation in filling it out because of the confidential information that it contains, especially that the topics like they might not feel comfortable discussing. So can you comment on that?
Thank you very much for asking. So we're doing our first ever campus climate survey. And this means that we're looking at how well are the experience of students, faculty, and staff regarding diversity. Do we respect diversity at LAU? About equity. Do they experience equity? And do they experience feeling included? Do they feel they're actually a part of this institution? So this campus climate survey, it's called the HEADS Diversity and Equity Campus Climate Survey, has gone out to almost everyone on campus, from me, you'll see from Jennifer, Skulte, and it's asking, yes, about things that maybe we haven't talked about so much before, about gender presentation, about gender identity, about interacting with people of different sexual orientations than you. But we really want to get at this data. This is completely anonymous. We're not running the survey. Actually, the survey is being run by an external organization, and we're just going to get the aggregated data at the end. So we cannot tell who has done a survey at all.
So it's all anonymized, and what we can get is that it benefits the campus in order to understand more about the differences across gender and across different kind of labels. I don't want to say labels, but
different categories to reflect our diversity. We are a diverse campus,
100%.
Religiously, class-wise, gender-wise, etc. And we want to better understand who we are, and this survey can help us with that.
So far, just to encourage students, like I think right now we have low participation in that, or is it moderate?
We have decent participation from staff and from graduate students. We have lower participation from undergraduate students and faculty. So we want to see it there.
100%, and this is what we're trying to target so that everyone can fill in this survey. I myself have seen it twice, and she has sent us another reminder for it. And we really need to do this and make it happen on campus, because this is one way for us to really understand and diagnose issues and to see some opinions and recommendations based on this survey. Would you like to add any other thing, Dr. Jennifer?
No, I'm really excited. We need all different ways to get student voices heard about a variety of subjects. And so I'm really glad that you're doing this and that you invited me on to speak. So thank you.
We are the one who are glad to have you on our first episode. Thank you a lot, Dr. Jennifer.
Okay,
Thank you for being here with us, and we hope every student does fill in the survey and we get this going. Hello and welcome back, everyone. This is Osama again, and today we have another guest with us that can discuss a bit more about gender. And I don't want to mention, like, do the introduction. I think she would be perfect at it.
Hello, my name is Amena Kassouf. I'm the president of the Intersectional Feminist Club and also recently on the board of the Title IX at LAU. So I've had that more of a view of how it is going to be on campus and how we can actually have change on campus. So both on the administrative side and also on the student side. So it's been interesting. That's who I am.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. So, can you tell us more about the activities that you try to hold and what have been done this semester, or what are your plans?
Okay, so first of all, next week we actually have a whole intersectional feminist week of events, and today is actually our kickstart event. So we have a discussion session happening today, actually in a few minutes,
At 4 p.m.
regarding like defining what are these terms that we hear on the media so often. They, what is a non-binary person? What is a trans person? What is queer baiting? So those kind of terms people hear so often, even though they're used so common in a common way, people don't know what those are. So I decided to create a safe space for people to ask those questions. This is for a space for people who don't know and to ask those questions, and another student can answer those questions. And so that's our first event for today. And then for next week, we have all sorts of fundraisers. On Monday, we have an event to we're having Legal Action Worldwide come to LAU and give each student an instructional idea of how it is, what to do in a sense of for what to do when there's, let's say, for example, gender-based violence. And so how it happens, what to do, what is the legal action that we could take in. So that's just educating each student. So that's one event on Monday. After that, we have fundraisers, a self-defense class, another talk given by Dr. Gretchen themselves. And yeah, that's...
I mean, it's a lot of events. I mean, I'm excited that this is happening now on campus and that we're able to kind of get out of this box that we can't talk about this. This exists. This doesn't exist. And very good first step for us to break from the stereotypes and what a university can do and can do in this region. And I'm so proud of you for doing that, and as a president, and you're holding all these events. So congratulations. I want to ask you though, your personal opinion about how the gender. I don't know. I don't want to say roles or like what kind of toxic masculinity. I know this gets thrown on a lot, but I just want to see from your point of view, how is it on campus in here in LAU Beirut?
So like how is gender treated on campus?
Yes, because this is the first starting point for us to talk about this.
Well, starters, let's start with like the students, for example. Many of the students here are actually quite accepting. People might be surprised with that.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, the issue with that is a lot of them are not aware or have the education of it. They want to accept, but they don't have the resources or don't know where to go to learn about what do the identities mean. So they have this acceptance already screwed into them. But the issue is actually the awareness. And of course, we have the other side, the other spectrum, which we must respect, of course, is the ones who do not believe or do not agree with someone's personal identity. And that's okay. But what's important is to understand that respect to other people, to how they live their life, is vital. In regards to the faculty, I personally, from my view, I've been in LA for 4 years. I've taken courses from almost every department. I feel that faculty, especially from the STEM department of the sciences, from computer science, biology, chemistry, they could definitely have more awareness in the classroom. And I believe that the activism starts in the classroom because you have this peer that people trust the information of. So if the professor shows that they are accepting, or they think it's the bare minimum to accept somebody who is a homosexual or someone who's trans, if a professor shows that they are already accepting, that already can seed an idea into the students who are observing them every day in classroom, who trust them to relay objective or reasonable information onto them. And so definitely I feel that the faculty could do a little bit more of incorporating more inclusion in classroom, making sure that they show that they are inclusive. For example, asking some students what are their pronouns, perhaps respecting students of the programs. I know personally, I've asked some professors to respect my pronouns, which is they, them, as I'm gender fluid myself. And many professors have tried to actually debate me on this. And I just...
Why would you want to have these pronouns? Oh, I get it.
Precisely. So it's
I mean,
both sides just needs education and awareness.
For me, as a STEM major, also, like, I'm in computer science, so I get where she's coming from. Especially that recently I noticed that the doctors are referring to people like their examples he, she, which is a big step from previously just always having the examples to be male dominated and
Gender
kind
neutral.
of, yeah, and always picking male students. Sometimes I don't know if it happens by choice, but or by chance, but they're getting a bit more on that correct side of gender. So and I think it's a really positive step towards the right direction. Do you have any comments?
One more thing is I believe that LAU as an institution should probably give these faculty members some training on how to have inclusivity in the classroom based on gender, culture, ethnic backgrounds, religion, race, etc. Because we have students who are of different races that are not Lebanese, who are and not even Arab, and
100%.
even then the professors still act a little weird around them. They don't know how to address them, even though they're just a human being.
This is a topic by itself. I think we mentioned before in one of the segments that a lot of international students exist on campus, and just when the doctor acts a bit differently or more weirdly about this kind of diversity, sometimes it excludes the student and makes them feel uncomfortable. This is another topic that needs to be discussed. So Anna, thank you for being here today, and
Thank you.
I want to thank everyone who's working on the inclusivity and the gender events on this campus. And thankfully now Title 9 and it's being enforced. So sexual harassment, intimidation, any type of bullying that happens based on sexual orientation or the gender identity label can be having a disciplinary action and can lead to expulsion, as far as I know. So that was it for this segment, and for the next segment, we're gonna have an interview with the PCC with Hedi Jaza.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Hello and welcome everyone to our last section for today. We have with us the president and the past president of the PCC, Palestinian Culture Club at LAU. Hi, Muhammad.
Hello.
Can you introduce yourself?
أنا محمد جمال أبو سمهدانة. أنا من فلسطينية غزة. جيت على لبنان 2018.
And Noor?
نور مولودة ومقيمة بلبنان، بس أنا من عكا بفلسطين، ورئيسة النادي الثقافي الفلسطيني بالجامعة السنة الماضية.
Okay. Can you tell us about the activities that you had so far this semester and what are you planning to do?
The past semester.
Yeah, last semester.
Okay, we had a workshop for encoding the Israeli cinema, and we had another many other workshops that talks more about the Palestinian culture and let the students know more about Palestine.
محمود أبو قلبين.
Oh yeah, we had Mahmoud Abu Qalban. He's an influencer. We had 2 talks for him here at the university.
Nice. We're honored to have you with us. I would like to ask another question. What are you planning to do for the International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian people, and how would you celebrate it? If you have any ideas?
هلا بداية يوم التضامن العالمي، اليوم التضامن مع القضية الفلسطينية. نحن بنشتغل عادة بنعمل أكثر من شيء للقضية الفلسطينية بمختلف المناسبات. فنحن ما بنحدد تقريبا شيء نعمله بهذا اليوم. Especially إنه نحن إجا هذا اليوم كان آخر السمستر، فما كان فينا نعمل ايفنتس بهذا الشيء. بس عادة بكل الايفنتس اللي بتكون بكل المناسبات اللي بتخص القضية الفلسطينية بنكون حاضرين يعني.
Okay. if you have to say something to raise awareness about what's happening in Palestine to LAU students or to the Lebanese population, what would you like to say?
First of all انه لازم كل الناس تعرف انه الحياه الطبيعيه اللي بيعيشها المواطن بلبنان او الستودنت بليليو هاي كلها مختلفه بفلسطين. اليوم اي طالب فلسطيني رايح على الجامعه رايح على المدرسه لازم يعرف انه هو ممكن ما يرجع. سبيشلي انه بس يكون في احداث ومعارك بتصير الناس بتخاف تبعت اولادها على المدارس، لانه عندنا ب 1994 يمكن في بنت اسمها لينا، كانت لينا رايحه على المدرسه وما رجعت. فلازم كل شعوب العالم تشكر الله انه هي عايشه هيدا الاستقرار اللي مش موجود بفلسطين.
We have actually recently seen in the World Cup the Algerian team, the Tunisian team holding the Palestinian flag, waving it in a country where actually they are normalizing the relations with the occupying entity. What do you have to say to other Arab countries who are not on the side that you want them to be?
هلا بدايه نحن بالقضيه الفلسطينيه ما بنجبر حدا اللي يساعدنا، ونحن كمان سبيشال انه يصير انه to the Arab countries. القضيه الفلسطينيه هي مش قضيه عربيه، هي قضيه كل انسان حر بالعالم بحس انه لازم يسبورت شعب واقع تحت ظلم. فنحن هون، فلما يعمل العربي هذا سبورت اس وحدا مش عربي كمان سبورت اس، احنا يعني بنحس نفس الشيء، لانه كل انسان لازم يدعم هاي القضيه. فلو عربي ما دعمها او مش عربي ما دعمها رح نحس نفس الشيء، ولو اثنين دعموها كمان رح نحس نفس الشيء. بس شكرا لاي حدا بيحاول يدعم القضيه الفلسطينيه باي طريقه.
Thank you. Lastly, I would like to ask if you've ever encountered discrimination at the LAU campus, if you felt uncomfortable during classes or anything. This is a live broadcasting to share anything you might feel.
Okay. Actually يعني أنا ما واجهت أي عنصرية تجاه إني إني بنت فلسطينية أبدا. بالعكس كل ما كانوا يعرفوا إنه أنا فلسطينية يتحمسوا أكثر يسألوني من وين، وحتى إنه في كتير تلاميذ بالLAU فلسطينيين. بس كمان بحاول أضوي على نقطة مهمة، إنه يا ريت ننظر للقضية الفلسطينية كقضية إنسانية، وما نحاول نفوت أي مواضيع سياسية فيها، لأنه هي فعلا قضية إنسانية مثل ما قال محمد، قضية أي إنسان حر. فما نفوت فيها المواضيع السياسية والأحزاب والشعارات الحزبية، لأنه ما
Yes, makes perfect sense, especially with the current political situation in Lebanon.
Yes.
I think now we are in our last minutes of the live broadcasting. Do you have any last words to share? Anything? Feel free.
Thank you very much. يعني نحن كفلسطينية موجودين بالLAU او اي فلسطيني موجود باي بقعه بالارض، نحن بنتشكر اي حدا بيكون سبورت للقضيه الفلسطينيه، ونحن بنعرف انه مش مجبور اي حدا يكون سبورت للقضيه الفلسطينيه، بس انه اي انسان بحس حاله انه شوي حر او عنده شوي غيره على اي شعب بالعالم فهو اجباري يروح لسبورت هاي القضيه. وبنتشكر اي حدا بتعب للقضيه الفلسطينيه ولو بكلمه ولو ببوست، ولا حتى انه بس يتذكر او بس يشوف بوست حدا بفلسطين متضايق او شيء انه يحزن كرماله. نحن هذا بنتشكر. ثانك يو.
بس كلمة أخيرة، إنه تندعم الفلسطينيين داخل فلسطين شيء كتير سهل. ممكن مثل ما قال محمد من خلال السوشيال ميديا، من خلال إنك فقط تحكي يمكن مع البست فريند تاعك رفيقك عن الموضوع، أنت فدتنا كتير. فبس هيك. thank you for everyone who supports us عن جد، thank you for فتحتوا لنا المجال إنه نحكي عن قضيتنا.
As the Lebanese famous word goes, walau. We're happy to have you with us, and hopefully we'll be having you even more in the future events. I would like to thank the LAU Live Broadcasting Club, its board members and members, from Osama to Anas, Mariam, Dr. Gretchen, and all of the other, and Lazo from Jbel, and the members who helped us organize this, our first event. Hopefully you're going to see more of content. And now we're going to leave with the outro.